Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit and intuition to translate energy and as it sits. This is a timeless reading. We'll be taking a look at the person on your mind and how they are deeply feeling about you. Okay, so we'll try to pick up on anything that's hidden in regards to feelings that might be hidden from this person specifically, or anything that they haven't been communicating to you. Okay, so we'll try to stay away from any sort of 5D stuff, but get deep into feelings. So 3 piles to choose from here. Pile number 1 is the Wild Unknown Tarot with this rose quartz angel. And pile number 2 is the Apparition Tarot deck with this piece of selenite. And for pile number 3, we have the OK Tarot with this piece of hematite. All right, so feel free to pause this video, and if you're drawn to more than one pile, that is absolutely a-okay. There might be multiple messages. You might encounter your own energy, okay, how you're feeling about your person. Tends to be how it works with a lot of these readings. So if that's the case, you can certainly stick around there, but we'll get straight into how your person is deeply feeling right now. Timeless video, and I will see you at your timestamp. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you pick this rose quartz angel and the Wild Unknown Tarot, then this will be your reading. We'll leave that right there. So we will be taking a look at the person on your mind and how they are deeply feeling about you, okay? So we'll try to avoid any sort of 5D stuff going on and more looking at deep feelings that either your person is unaware of or hiding from you or has not communicated to you in regards to how they're truly feeling. So we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile number 1 regarding how the person on their mind is feeling right now in this timeless video. And thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy of you and your person. All right, now you might be tapping into your own energy here. So if this sounds more like you than your person, then it could be your person's in another pile and you're just drawn to your energy, which is very likely to happen. So you can stick around or go to another pile. Okay, now energy is fluid, so this could very well be a period of time that you're entering or exiting. And you might find future energies in another pile as well. All right. So we'll get straight into how the person on your mind is deeply feeling about you in this connection and see what we see. All right, so we got the Devil in reverse here. This is Capricorn energy. Got the Two of Wands in reverse. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, more earth energy here with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We got the Star, some Aquarius. Now this could certainly be either your person or your sun, moon, or rising signs as well. So anything that predominantly sits in the birth chart might come up here as an energy. And we got the Knight of Swords, okay? So Swords is air, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So heavy Aquarius, heavy Capricorn, okay? Let's keep going. We got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Hangman upright. We got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And we got the Empress. And we got the Temperance in reverse. And the bottom of the deck, we got the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the undertone of this reading is this Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands talks about it's very quick energy, someone who potentially goes after what it is that they want, and it could very well be driven by instinct and passions and led by that sort of thing. So I feel like your person in this connection is instinctively drawn to your energy and wants to drive in there, well, with passion. Okay, so this might be how they've been showing up in this connection, and I feel like this is kind of maybe the side of them that you do see. Now with the devil here in reverse, the devil speaking about obsessions and being bound to maybe unhealthy situations, can also speak of addictions. I feel like your person potentially is working through any sort of hangups, unhealthy hangups, where maybe potentially they weren't able to work on this connection in the way that they could have or want to, because the Eight of Pentacles talks about you know, putting in the work, being dedicated, staying to task, to a situation, and putting in the energy and effort in order to create something tangible, to make something out of a situation. And I feel like with this in reverse, maybe a person hasn't been completely dedicated, especially if you see this Son of Wands. So tangibly in this connection, what you actually see manifesting has been this maybe in and out type energy, and not this dedicated, consistent type builder type energy. Okay, now I do feel like with it being under the devil energy here, that potentially this is something that they recognize as their what's holding them back from potentially moving forward in this connection. Okay, I'm also getting possibly your person is a little bit of a workaholic here with the Capricorn and the work card. So they could be very focused on work and spending a lot of time at work, which is maybe potentially taking away from this connection. The Two of Wands talks about options, and it could very well be that your person is coming into clarity as far as what option they want to take for this connection going forward. And yeah, I feel with it in reverse, they've kind of narrowed down which way they want to move forward in this connection recently. And I feel here with the Hangman, there's been a period of time that your person has been maybe sitting on making this decision, but they've had this this epiphany or this higher perspective about what it is that they want for themselves in this connection. And the fact that we have both the Knight and the Page of Pentacles sitting in reverse here, I feel like there's been a huge stall in this connection for any progression as far as taking this connection to the next level. Because the Page of Pentacles talks about, you know, a prospect, an early stage of conversation about how to take something to the next level or make something happen in this world. And the Knight of Pentacles goes through and drives that action plan, right? And both are very slow going. And I just feel with them in reverse, maybe this has been very stalled out. Okay. And we see with the Star here talking about wishes coming true and this Empress. And I think this is where we get into the feelings part of this. I feel like your person, although we don't see any cups here, there is this knowing, this desire, and knowing that you are their Empress. So you're kind of the, their desire, the one that they're hoping to manifest with. Okay, and I mean, the Empress is certainly beautiful when it comes to abundance. I feel your person definitely feels you are beautiful, definitely attracted to you. I feel like they're really hung up on their actions right now, and their feelings are potentially hung up on how they've showed up in this connection, more so than what they want to bring forward. It's almost like they have this knowing that you're the one for them and that you're kind of there for them, and they're trying to work through with the devil energy how they're showing up. And I think they're really wrapped up in this new perspective. Okay, the Empress speaks of the divine feminine, so you might be resonating with the divine feminine. And your person could very well be showing up as the divine masculine here, okay? Now, with the Son of Swords in reverse, which is the Knight of Swords, and the Temperance in reverse, I feel like there is this, yeah, I feel like they're really kind of beating themselves up in some capacity about how this connection was not equally balanced with the Temperance. So it could very well be that they feel you've been maybe more giving in this connection or more centered, and that there's been an imbalance here. And with the Son of Swords being the Knight of Swords in the reverse, you guys could have potentially had discussions about this, but what I'm really feeling is that this is kind of where the holdup is, or this is where the battle is. This is where the challenge is for them. The challenge is, I don't think they feel as though they might have in the past. Well, I feel as though they feel they weren't able to be balanced in this connection and bring in what they need in order to progress this connection. And I feel like they're really challenged in doing that. And I feel like they possibly don't feel as though they are able to bring balance to this connection. Okay, but they certainly are aware of this and certainly are feeling that this might be the reason for this holdup. And it's really challenging for them. Like they feel like this is a big obstacle that they've caused in this connection, but also we'll see more if they're able to overcome this. And I don't know that they feel that they possibly are. So we have the Tower moment here, and what I feel like this could very well be them recognizing that they've been held back in some capacity. Okay, and for those of you guys who resonated with work, maybe your person's been spending more time with work trying to kind of sort through some of this and not knowing how to move forward. Okay, but I feel they have narrowed down their decision here. So what we'll do is I have questions around how they narrow down their decision, and also about you know, whether they feel like they cannot provide some sort of equilibrium in this connection, or if this is where they're kind of hung up right now in trying to accept the fact that they've been stalling out in some capacity, or the reason why this connection hasn't moved forward. So let's take a look at that and see. But that's pretty much the bulk of the their feelings right now. I think they're really hung up on the fact that it hasn't progressed, and they feel like it is definitely on them. So that's consuming a lot of their thoughts, and I feel like that is also potentially consuming some of their actions, because maybe they're focusing in a little bit more on work and things that they can control rather than dealing with situations regarding you at this time. I didn't see any cups either, so I don't know. I think what I'm seeing is that these thoughts or this way of feeling is kind of maybe getting in the way of them enjoying just feeling for you in any sort of emotional capacity. Okay, it's kind of holding them back with that Devil. I feel like that they need to resolve or accept the fact that things happen in such a way in this connection to allow them to feel in order for them to progress forward. So they're very much holding themselves back right now. All right, so let's take a look. Spirit, can we take a look at whether this person feels as though they are able to move forward now? What is this decision they've made for the future? And are they still feeling like they can't bring balance into this connection? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we got the Seven of Swords in reverse, and we got the Page of Wands in reverse. We got the King of Pentacles, again, heavy earth, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but we were seeing a lot of Capricorn in the other. And the Temperance coming out again. This time it is upright. And again with the Two of Wands. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation that we're still in the same energy. Can I get clarity here for the Seven of Swords in reverse? Thank you. Oh, 2 cards. So we got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oof, I'm getting very heavy feelings right now. Okay, let's go into the Page of Wands and clarify that in reverse. We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All right, why is the King of Pentacles here? We got the Four of Pentacles. And why is Temperance here? Why is the Temperance here, spirits? Six of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, more balance. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're coming all out. All right, so I'm going to take these that showed themselves. You got the Page of Swords. We got the Five of Wands, or sorry, the Four of Wands, and we got Eight of Swords, Six of Wands in reverse, and this one kind of was sideways, Seven of Wands. All right, we'll leave it the way it is, but I'm going to put this here on the side because that's just a lot to put on this table, and then we'll kind of go through this as I'm feeling energy. Okay, so I was feeling very heavy energy. I feel like your person is coming out of a state that was unhealthy for this connection. Okay, Seven of Swords talks about deception, or maybe somebody doing something in such a way that's going to further them at the slight of someone else, or an action that isn't really on the up and up so much. Right now there's a sliding scale of deception. Could very well just be somebody kind of maybe keeping to themselves, not being completely honest about what it is that they're maybe even going through or holding back, or what they're doing behind the back of someone else. So with this in reverse, I feel like your person is coming out of an energy where they don't want to be dishonest in some capacity in this connection. And what I feel like your person is potentially battling here is they're finding it very difficult to prioritize and to balance this connection out. Now, we already saw that with the Temperance, right? Like, that was their concern. This is what kind of maybe was their devil mental thought energy, was being out of control, not being able to balance and prioritize and have an equilibrium, I guess, if you will, or balance out this connection. The Three of Cups in reverse can mean many different things, okay? So when I read the Three of Cups, it could very well be talking about a third party interference. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be work getting in the way for those of you guys who are focused or who resonated with the work focus, and your person's been very much putting their energy there rather than shifting it towards this connection, okay, to add the balance that we would need. Or it could be that they're focused on unhealthy things such as addictions and drinking and partying and networking and their friends and that lifestyle, okay? This has been an issue for them. They're having a hard time balancing this out. So they're having a hard time coming forward in this connection in such a way that's going to provide the balance because of these things. Now, this is a collective reading, so only you potentially know what this third energy is that's coming in here, okay? But it is, I feel, certainly what is kind of making them what's in their head right now, what they're trying to resolve with the devil, with what they're deeply feeling in this connection, is this need for balancing things out that haven't been balanced in the past. The Page of Wands is talking about what we were seeing there with the undertone of the connection, where your person was coming in kind of, you know, hot and heavy and maybe being more fleeting. This in reverse is showing that your person isn't wanting just to come in and, you know, be this Knight of Wands type energy. But the pages speak of communication, and I don't feel like your person's communicated to you the depths of what they're struggling with here. Why maybe they're been focused more on work, maybe why they feel as though they are being held back or haven't been able to provide in this connection. And maybe they haven't shared with you some of the depths of their addictions. Maybe they have drinking issues or party issues or whatever this case may be, just issues prioritizing. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune talks about this could certainly be a fated connection in some capacity. When I feel that it's reverse, I feel like there is this maybe down and out state that your person feels that they're in. that the wheel's not turning in their favor towards how they actually want this to go. So there is an indicator here of your person wanting things to progress and wanting to communicate and move forward in this connection with the Page of Wands. Okay, that's a desire to communicate as to what they're inspired to do here. And I feel like they're kind of stuck in this rut, so to speak. Okay, which is preventing them from entering into this King of Pentacles energy, which is this solid, stable, reliable, committed person. Okay, this is like father material. With this in reverse, it's like your person's blocked from maybe committing to you, taking this to the next level, and they're being held back with this Four of Pentacles. Okay, this also talks about stability. It is upright, and I feel like your person wants to be stable, wants to provide stability, but can also talk about being held back in some capacity, holding back. And I feel really what's being held back here is not communicating, you know, that maybe they're in this transition right now and trying to get out of this Seven of Swords. This can also talk about apologies. So your person may very well want to have a communication with you that they haven't had about what it is that they want for themselves for the future. Okay, and I feel like they haven't been able to commit to this situation in a way that's going to really secure this connection. Now, we saw the Temperance in reverse, which was talking about, you know, just the right amount of energy being put from both sides in order to bring the right temperature even to this connection, so both parties can feel like things are balanced. And I feel with it upright, this is what your person wants to do or wants to gear towards. We asked about, you know, what your person's decided as far as for themselves. I feel like they're working through deciding to have this conversation with you in order to bring balance and restore balance back in this connection, or bring it to the connection if it's never been balanced, which I feel for some of you guys, it's never really been balanced. The Six of Pentacles definitely talks about that balance, that give and take. You know, you could have potentially been investing in this connection for quite some time, and your person hasn't really been fully balancing things out with the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse. They haven't been providing to you in such a way that balances things out. Both of these upright is really talking about that need for balance and that desire to balance things out. Okay, so they're really feeling this is very important to them in this connection. That's how they're deeply feeling. Okay, now the Two of Wands talks about making a decision, okay, having two options. So potentially it could be this third party interference. So do I, you know, talk to my person and commit to my person, or how am I going to deal with this third party interference? You know, again, whether it be a person or an addiction or work or something kind of getting in the way energetically. Okay, and with this Page of Swords, this is like having this conversation in a very challenging way. Okay, like this is like having to really take a hard, good look at the truth. And with it in reverse, it's like your person's being really, really hard on themselves. And I feel like any sort of time to get their back up, or they're acting in such a way that's beneath them or immature, or just, yeah, more immature or beneath them in how they're showing up or talking to you in this connection, has been a result of them not being able to choose which way they wanted to take this connection or deal with what it is that they have been dealing with. And reinforced here, I see the Four of Wands, which to me is my 1111 card. Okay, so this could very well be for those of you guys resonating with Twin Flame Journey, or just the fact that there needs to be stability in this connection, because this is the Four Wands, you know, having a four-legged table. It's solid, it's stable, it's built on a solid structure. This can also mean coming together, having marriage, taking it to the next level, you know, celebrations, and just having unity with your person. And I feel like your person definitely wants this, and they see that they've been in the way of having this because of the way they've been showing up, the way they've been maybe having conversations with you about things that, you know, yeah, things that haven't been reflective of really bringing in balance. And the deep matter of fact here is the fact that they've been dealing with this and not communicating their struggle. Okay, and here we see the three cards, which is probably going to give us more depth in all of this. Yeah, Eight of Swords. This is back to the devil energy, right? Being held back in some capacity, mentally being held back, maybe limiting themselves as far as, no, I can't move forward because I got to deal with my my third party energy here, whether it be work or again what it is that they're battling, addiction, struggles, prioritizing. Maybe they have a difficult time prioritizing this connection over like their social life, because Eight of Swords is somebody really being imprisoned by their own thoughts. Okay, and I feel like what this is really representing is this is where they're at right now. There's a big struggle with that hangman. We saw that they can recognize this, and they're still stuck on maybe having to want to apologize, having to want to communicate their struggles, and they're kind of still in this Eight of Swords. Okay, and then the Six of Wands talks about, I mean, when it's upright, it's victory, and can even talk about ego and success. And within reverse, potentially this person feels like they failed you in some capacity, or if they are to be balanced with you and try to bring in what you need in order to fulfill this Page of Pentacles, that they might be challenged in doing that and might fail in doing that. And we do see somewhat of an ego death here, so possibly it is challenging for them to discuss or apologize for how they've showed up because of this third party energy, that they have to do some ego work in order to kind of release this, and they're still kind of hung up with that. They haven't been able to fully release their ego in order to say, hey, listen, I'm struggling with prioritizing this, or I don't feel like I'm at your level of where you're at in regards to investing for stability in this connection just yet. Okay, and this one was coming in sideways. So I feel like your person is on their way to working their way through this. And why I say that is because the Seven of Wands talks about being defensive and having your guards up and really fighting for something. And I feel like your person is now coming to terms with the fact of the situation and dropping their ego, dropping their defensiveness, dropping their guard, maybe not being so Page of Swords, because they want to come forward and resolve and balance things out in a way that's going to provide stability in this connection. I feel like they still don't know what that looks like. Okay, and they're still kind of Eight of Swords-ish, but I do feel like we're seeing you as the Empress here, and knowing that this is definitely a fated connection in which they're going to want to communicate that to you as well, and their need for wanting to prioritize and figure out what this looks like, because it's very important here with the Temperance and the Six of Pentacles to add some resemblance of balance. Okay. Now, again, I don't see any cups, so I intended on just doing two layers of how your person deeply feels. I feel like this is the top issue that's going on with your person right now, as far as what they're feeling. So I don't think they had any time to really get in deep into their feels until they resolve this, and I think this is probably consuming them, more so about them, wanting to snuggle with you and feel love towards you. They're kind of thinking about how they've showed up. They're thinking about how they can provide balance. They're thinking about next level commitments, if that's what they want to do, how that's going to progress. They're feeling kind of in the slump as far as that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like bad luck in the slump, being held back by this Eight of Swords. So that's how they're feeling right now. Okay, let's just pull one card here to see what we see. And okay, Seven of Cups. So now this is the only cups I'm seeing here, because I did want to see how they feel. And with this Seven of Cups, I mean, Seven of Cups has a lot of meanings. Muddled thinking, for sure. I think your person is having muddled thinking because of the fact that they're trying to come to a resolution with that piece of needing to apologize, how they showed up, maybe some deep feelings of like they've slighted you and showed up immature. But what I'm really feeling from this card is this can also talk about fantasy, okay? And it can also talk about dreams and wishes. And I feel like your person sees you as just their wish come true, and I feel like they are certainly balancing out their masculine and feminine and how they can show up in this connection. So potentially they've been more in their masculine energy than they have been in their feminine energy here with the moon and the sun, because we were seeing that Six of Wands in reverse, which is dropping of the ego. I see heavy fantasy. I do feel your person really fantasizes about you. The fact that we have Seven Cups here, I feel your person is in love with you for sure. And I feel like they also feel there's many different ways they could take this connection, okay, with the Seven of Cups. There's lots of opportunity here for expansion in this connection. They just were really focused on that other side that we talked about that's kind of holding them back and actually progressing things. I think that they also want to get out of this dream-like state, because it's been more in a dreamlike state of fantasy rather than like what we were seeing there with the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and really kind of more bringing things forward, right? And the King of Pentacles, that's like really trying to stabilize this connection and yeah, plant the seed for what a future potential looks like, rather than just kind of living in this fantasy emotional state where nothing's really being grounded or planted. So this is what I see here for you and your person, or I guess your person and how they feel about you. If you resonated, leave a like, leave a comment. If you're drawn to the other two piles, you can go check it out because you might find your energy in there. But your person sounds like a lovely person. Maybe just be supportive of them while they try to sort things through. And yeah, they look like they might be challenged in trying to bring up this this conversation, but they do feel bad. So I will talk to you soon, and love and light. See you guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick the Selenite Angel and the Apparition Tarot, then this will be your reading. All right, so thank you so much for returning. If you're a returning subscriber, or if you're new, welcome. Hopefully you stay. Now we'll be taking a look at your person's true feelings, okay? Their deep feelings for you in this connection, the person on your mind. And this will be trying to not get into 5D so much, but more maybe feelings that they have deep down that either they are suppressing or not communicating or aware of, or something they're not really telling you because it's either hidden or they just haven't come out to say it. But we'll try to keep it more 3D than 5D, and we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message. Okay, this is timeless, so whenever you find this reading, this is how energy is sitting. Now, you might have tapped into your own energy, okay? So if this sounds more like you and how you're feeling, that's a-okay. You can sit and listen to the rest of it, or you can go find your person in another pile, but that sometimes does happen. So Spirit, clear and concise message for pile number 2 regarding how their person is deeply feeling right now about pile number 2. How are they honestly feeling in this connection? Thank you so much, Spirit, for clear and concise message. And pile number 2, thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy, you and your person. I'm so grateful. Thank you. All right. I am called to cut this deck as well. And for those of you guys wondering why I take forever to shuffle, I kind of get in the zone. So sometimes it takes me a while to shuffle, but we'll get there eventually, okay? Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, we see the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And we see the Magician. And we see the Moon in reverse. And we see the 4 of Wands. Okay, why is the 5 of Cups here, Spirit? 2 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Swords. And 10 of Wands in reverse, and one more. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and bottom of the deck energy, we have Justice, and I don't read bottom of the deck reverse, so we'll see Justice on the bottom. I'm just going to make sure we're all in frame here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so Justice. This kind of speak about balance as well. So we had heavy balance conversation here, equilibrium for pile number 1. So it could very well be dealing with bringing things to balance, okay? Now, the Justice card can also speak of marriage. So it could potentially be someone you're thinking of getting married to, or could very well be your significant other. Just confirmation for someone else, but doesn't have to necessarily be. Maybe, yeah, one of you guys is married already. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting with Justice. Now we have, just to get the signs out of the way, we have Libra. We also have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here. And we have some Cancer or Pisces. Sorry, the moon. I'm not sure if that's Cancer or Pisces. Yeah, that's mostly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of water energy too. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces from this feel. But okay, let's get into what we're seeing. 5 of Wands. Lots of fives. Okay, so I feel like there's been, yeah, lots of challenge in this connection. Okay, and I feel like the challenges in this connection are causing a lot of grief and sadness. With the 5 of Cups, now this is asking about your person, so I feel like if this is your energy you're resonating with, it could very well be you, but I'm going to reference it as your person. I feel like this heavy sadness because of how things have been imbalanced in this connection, and I feel like your person feels here like they've been trying to really prioritize this connection and really bring forward what it is that they can and want in this connection in order to balance things out. But there's this heavy sadness because I feel as though the state of affairs isn't really fulfilling them in such a way that, you know, is bringing them this complete emotional fulfillment. With the 9 of Cups in reverse, it's like maybe they feel as though this is very one-sided and they're wanting to get out of this state, okay? With the 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold, feeling down and out, kind of feeling like you got dealt the short end of the stick, and then with it in reverse is kind of coming out of this state. So you could very well be resonating with this energy, but wanting to come out of this kind of state. And I feel like there is this duality about your person here, showing Magician and 8 of Swords, which could very well be 2 different polarizing type energies, because the Magician is going to manifest what it is that they want. And the Magician also talks about timing and bringing things into this 3D realm, you know, and planting things that are actually moving forward in such a way that's real in the real world. And where the 8 of Swords is kind of talking about holding back and setting limitations and being held back in some capacity. So I feel like there is this duality, if you will, about, you know, what their person is able to manifest here in this connection because of ways that they're potentially being held back in some capacity or another. Okay, the moon talks about deception, and could be very heavy deception with this in reverse. And I feel like with all these doors in this card specifically, that there's possibly, I feel from these 3 cards here, it's giving me a heavy, there's only one way that this can go about, or a mindset that is like, I can only really do things in this one way. I can only manifest this one thing or this one way that this has to go down. And it's kind of like this heavy deception that one's telling themselves, which is impeding any sort of manifestations in this connection. And it's causing this real burden, because in reality, there's a lot of different ways that this connection can get manifested and move forward. But within in reverse, it's like not really seeing what's going on very clearly because of some sort of limitation here. Okay, and this heavy burden in reverse, it's like either, because I do see these 2 cards, meaning coming out of a state, and maybe your person's recently now coming out of a state that they're recognizing that they weren't really getting what it is that they want. Things weren't really prioritized. Maybe there was a lot of illusions they had to deal with. There was more sadness maybe than happiness. Things weren't really quite all that balanced. Okay, and what I think the recognition here is, or what the Magician wants to manifest here, is this 4 of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this person with the 4 of Wands, again, this is my 1111 card, which signifies twin flames if you need confirmation, but it is the unity, the marriage coming together, you know, mixed families coming together, building for future celebrations, and really building that structure foundation for a family. Okay, same with this Queen of Pentacles. This is like the mother card, right? Could be a single mom, but it is someone who is stable and secure and abundant and fruitful and kind and gentle, and yeah, someone who wants commitment, who wants family, who wants to be dedicated to their family and building a future. Okay, so possibly this connection has been one that hasn't been providing any of this. And there's a heavy emphasis on this Magician card, you know, wanting to manifest this. But there's also this Eight of Swords, which is preventing this manifestation. Okay, so let's take a look at another layer here as far as, I mean, my question would be, why are we still Eight of Swords? And I feel like there's a coming out of that energy, and maybe there were some falsities that this person's been telling themselves as far as why they can only move in some direction in this connection that was limiting them. So let's take a look, Spirit. What more can we talk about here as far as pile number 2's person and their deep feelings in this connection? How are they truly feeling about pile number 2 here? What's going on with that Eight of Swords? How are they coming out of this state? And what's going on there with that, building that Four of Wands that they want? Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, the Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Death, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Cups here, Spirit? The Two of Swords in reverse. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Eight of Swords again. Thanks for the confirmation, Spirit. Why do we have Death here? I got the Page of Cups. Okay, and why do we have the Eight of Wands in reverse here? King of Wands. Okay, and what's going on here with the Nine of Pentacles? Four of Wands again. Interesting. Okay, and then bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups, and I will read that upright. Knight of Swords. Okay, I feel like this person is coming into some reality and some truths. Okay, I very much feel like this might be your whole energy, but we'll read it as your person. And there is a need to choose self and choose self-fulfillment. Okay, because I feel like this person hasn't been emotionally fulfilled. We were seeing with that Nine of Cups in reverse that they weren't getting the full emotional fulfillment that they need. The Ace of Cups talks about self-love, filling oneself up with emotional fulfillment that they're overflowing. Okay, and the Knight of Swords very well be, you know, somebody who is going to step up to this challenge, have honest truths, communicate what's going on, very clear about what it is that they're wanting. And I feel like this person is coming into this kind of state knowing. Knight of Cups, I mean, for a feeling reading, this is like, you know, romantic feelings. This is like the Knight of Cups. It is very loving. It is emotionally feeling for another person, okay, and extending them a cup of love. And I feel like what's happened is that there's potentially a lot of love in this connection, and this person extended their cup of love. The Two of Swords in reverse here talks about I mean, Two of Swords, if it was upright, would definitely be some indecision, no movement, burying your head in the sand, not wanting to really move forward. But what I'm really feeling is that there was a cup of love extended, and I feel like there was an overextension of this love that has put this person in a position of feeling like they've been giving a lot in this connection, and it hasn't been balanced out, or at least they haven't been getting out of it their cup of love, their emotional fulfillment of what it is that they desired. So we're being, you know, in this Eight of Swords energy again, which is talking about being held back. Okay, maybe feeling as though this person is unable to give to them any sort of energy, anything to harvest out of all of the energy that this person has put into the relationship or this connection. Okay, so if this is your person, they feel like they've been giving a lot of love, they've been putting in a lot of effort and energy, and they're not really getting out of it what they want. So they're having to put an end to this type of a dynamic, okay? Because I feel like they've already made a decision to extend the cup. They feel they've put in effort and energy, and now they're at the stage where they just want to start anew and escape from feeling Eight of Swords, escape from feeling like they've been putting in so much effort and nothing's really coming out of it, but they still want this Page of Cups, which is, you know, this emotional offering. This is like the initial stages of love. This is like having a communication about offering a cup of love. Okay, but I'm feeling like what's happened here is that this connection has gone way too slow in some sort of capacity with the Eight of Wands in reverse. And, you know, this is talking about a breakthrough and sudden movement. It can also talk about travel with it in reverse. I just feel like any sort of movement was really slowed down or come to a halt. I feel like there was no real movement. So what's happening now is this person feels as though they want to embrace this King of Wands energy. I'm feeling like that magician energy coming from this King of Wands, somebody who's manifesting, who's going after what they want. Okay, this is also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have some Scorpio here as well, before I forget. Okay, and what I'm feeling from this is that in order for them to be King of Wands, go after what they want and be solid, instead of this person who might have been stuck in this sort of a dynamic. They're putting an end to it so they can go after what they want, which is, even if this means being, you know, single on their own, stable, single, successful on their own, independent of this connection, to build their stability of what they would want their future to look like. Okay, and I think they're really looking to their own self-love, their own independence, their own way of standing in their King of Wands. I know I've been saying King of Powers lately. Very funny. Okay, so, yeah, because I still feel like with this Four of Wands, this is a unity, you know, and you could certainly have unity with yourself, but I feel like this is a first step of many in order to build this Four of Wands, because I don't feel like this person wants to be single. I feel like this person wants to have this cup of love returned back to them, you know, and I feel like they're kind of coming into this realization that there's no movement here. It's been stalled out, and they're going to have to be the go-getter of making their future happen. They're going to have to drive their own future. They're going to have to, you know, take the initiative, have that tough conversation, go after what it is that they want, you know, and even if that means maybe letting go of this connection, then that's what they're prepared to do here. Okay, so like I said, this could very well be your energy. Maybe you're feeling frustrated, but if this is your person, then they feel like they've put in a lot of they've shown their romantic love, and they feel maybe it hasn't been reciprocated. It's been kind of holding them back, the fact that this connection hasn't been moving. So I was only going to do 2 rows, but now I'm going to pull 1 card here in the middle, and then we'll get into pile number 3. Yeah, we're got the 9 of Pentacles again. So there's this need. This is my single card. Bachelor, bachelorette, need for independence, need to be standing solid, stable on your own, successful, content, accomplished. But it is a solitary card, and there is a sadness that comes with it because, you know, I feel this person wants to have that 4 of Wands, and they could definitely be saying stable within themselves, building stability within themselves first, loving themselves first, and maybe your person is more focused on themselves at this time. But I feel like this person does want to, and wanted to make something work, and I feel like they felt they were held back in some capacity. So, yeah, they're kind of looking to themselves to provide their own happiness, to move forward with love, and yeah, maybe just build themselves up. Maybe at this time they feel like they're not financially stable too, or maybe they're not prepared to, or don't think that they are prepared to provide in this connection anymore because of how things have went. So That's what I see here for pile number 2. You sound like a lovely person. Your person sounds a little frustrated here. So love and light. Hopefully you guys can have a conversation and things can move forward in some capacity. I do know that the 8 of Swords could certainly mean a limitation that's being put by ourselves or by others in a situation. So it could very well be that communication might free this up. Maybe there is some belief here that something's true that's not, and potentially you and your person might be feeling the exact same way. So I would highly suggest just having some sort of communication here to clear the air, and it could very well be that you guys can get back on track if that's something you want to do, or maybe you're just done and you're now moving on, or vice versa. Maybe they have realized their independence means more to them than a romantic connection at this time, although I did feel like this person is looking for a romantic connection. That was my feeling. That was my intuition. So I wish you guys the very best, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, my spectacular pile number 3. If you pick the Hematite Angel here, then pile number 3, this is your reading. So we will be taking a look at your person and their deepest feelings for you, okay? So we're going to try to avoid any sort of 5D stuff going on and stick to 3D, but this could very well be, you know, hidden feelings that they're keeping from you, or that they're not quite sure themselves, you know, that's deep down that they're maybe avoiding or not looking at. And yeah, see how they're feeling right now. This is a timeless video, so whenever you stumble across it is how energy's sitting with the person on your mind. And you could very well be tapping into your own energy. Okay, so if that's the case, go check out another pile, or you can certainly listen, see if it's resonating. But I do feel like your own energy could very well be showing up here, especially if you are feeling intense feelings, then it may certainly pop up. Okay, so us spirits for clear and concise message for pile number 3, as far as what their person is feeling, their truest, deepest feelings about pile number 3 right now. Thank you so much, spirits, and thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm so grateful. Thank you. All right, now I like to shuffle because it gets me in the zone, so this might take a while until I feel ready. All right. Okay, so we got the 10 of Cups kicking it off. Oh my goodness. Who is this person? 2 of Swords in reverse. The World in reverse. The Magician. King of Pentacles in reverse. All right, why is the 10 of Cups here, Spirit? We got the Page of Swords. Okay, why is the 2 of Swords here? Ace of Pentacles. Okay, why is the World in reverse here? Oh, I'm feeling this one here. We got the 5 of Wands in reverse. Why is the Magician here? Got the 3 of Cups in reverse. And why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? Got the Sun in reverse. And bottom of the deck, we have Death. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so this being kind of the underpinning or the flavor of this whole reading of their feelings right now with the Death, that is the clearing of old, transition into new. So this could definitely be a new sort of feeling phase in this connection. The fact that the World here is in the center as well, the World talks about an ending of a cycle, and it could very well be a very long cycle. The fact that it's still in reverse, though, means that there is still some closure or some sort of, yeah, some sort of closure needing to happen, or at least it's not completely complete, okay? So this means, yeah, that things are kind of, energy's kind of changed, dead and over, but I feel like there's still something kind of up in the air here that might be causing some sort of conflict, because the 5 of Wands talks about conflict, competition, challenges, and with it in reverse, it could very well be that you guys are just entering out of a stage of conflict. Okay, or it could very well mean inner conflict that has needing to be resolved, or is just coming out of the stage of resolution. So I feel like this is more of a transitionary type period than anything. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this is a transitional period, and maybe, yeah, with the 8 of Pentacles talking about putting in energy and being dedicated, I feel like maybe this person, this is kind of really, I'm feeling pile 1 vibes, but I feel like there needs to be this focus or this dedication or this energy being brought into this connection that potentially hasn't been in the past. So I feel like there's an end of that sort of energy, okay? Or at least transition, and it's almost there because the world is like almost upright. It's almost happening, okay? So 10 of Cups here talks about the ultimate emotional fulfillment, okay? You can't get better than the 10 of Cups when it comes to emotional fulfillment. This is like everything you could possibly ever want, happy family, and emotional fulfillment, okay? Whatever family means to you. Could be 2 people and a fur baby, or just like having this complete emotional and utter love for your person and being completely fulfilled. Now, both people being fulfilled with the 10 of Cups, okay? This isn't like the 9 of Cups where it's like so self-satisfying emotional fulfillment. This is like, you know, 2 people or a family being very happy and building this family. Now, if there was any question whether your person loves you, your person is madly, deeply in love with you, okay? Now, the Page of Swords here talks about communication, and it could be very much coming in with maybe some type of tough conversations and situations. And I feel like with seeing this death in this world, I feel like you guys are coming out of a state where things might have been not moving, okay? Because the 2 of Swords talks about inaction. It's about somebody needing to make a decision, somebody needing to act, somebody needing to pick a side, move forward in some capacity, and maybe sitting kind of indecisive for long periods of time. The fact that it's reversed, I feel like there's been a recent decision in order to manifest something here in this connection with this Ace of Pentacles, talking about new beginnings, manifestations, something that is grounding this connection in a tangible type way. It's not just pie in the sky conversations. This is about conversations about what's going to move this forward, take this to the next step, move this forward, okay? And I feel like, again, with the 5 of Wands, it's been a challenge, but maybe the challenge is now over. This cycle is now over, okay? So now it becomes, what are we manifesting here? Okay, what are we manifesting with the Magician here? And I am feeling very heavy tied to pile number 1 here, because what I get from this 3 of Cups is third-party energy. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you or your person is with somebody else in some sort of romantic capacity. It could just mean there's a third energy here, okay? Something that might be unhealthy that's getting in the way of your guys' relationship or this connection, at least with your person or with yourself. But I feel like this is more your person's energy, because that's what we asked about. So it could very well be if they are focused on work, like we talked about in pile 1, okay? You might really have been drawn to that. Or this, for me, can also be someone with a drinking addiction or some sort of overdoing something that might not be very healthy, like going out with friends, socializing, but maybe not being the most mature about it. So it seems to me like what's happening though with this Magician is I feel like your person is coming into some clarity around what's holding them back, or what third-party energies might be holding this connection back, and really wanting to find the happiness, because the Sun is like the most abundant, happy card here in the tarot, and it sheds light on everything, okay? It's a clear understanding of what brings joy, happiness. And with this in reverse, I feel like there is this out of the old way of maybe where challenges were, where there was no movement, in order to ground something, to provide some clarity around what's going to stabilize this connection. Because the King of Pentacles talks about, you know, this committed father type energy. It's someone who's dedicated and focused on their family, their commitments, okay? And maybe your person's been really focused on their commitments with work and dedicated with that, or with their friends or their network of people here, to the demise of this connection at some point. So now they're wanting to manifest, you know, what they can in this connection. And I feel like the first step which I like to see here with this Ace of Pentacles, is really this new beginning and grounding, this connection to move things forward. But I feel like there's this weird transition period because things weren't moving. So now things aren't quite moving here with the Magician yet, because it's still like a manifestation of sorts. And the King of Pentacles here still in reverse. So maybe there's been no commitments made. Maybe, you know, there's still this understanding, but the sun's not in upright. So there's this delayed contentment. There's this delayed realization of what actual commitment looks like, you know, a delayed realization of maybe where there were challenges and third parties getting in the way. But I just feel like this is inevitable contentment. It's just delayed. The fact that we have these two kind of bookends here with the sun and the Ten of Cups, I feel like this is definitely your person as far as wanting this connection to progress to, you know, full emotional fulfillment and happiness for the future here. And this is Leo, so there could very well be Leo. We have the King of Pentacles showing up, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, I'm feeling really heavy. And Scorpio here. I'm not really feeling those signs all so much. But okay, so we'll do another row here and see what we see. Because, I mean, we still see that King of Pentacles in reverse. We see the Sun in reverse. We're not sure why they're not quite happy. We keep seeing that Three of Cups here in reverse. So there's some sort of maybe unhealthy third-party energy or some sort of unhealthy behaviors. Why do we see that? And the Sun in reverse can be ego death as well. So it could very well be your person is dropping some sort of ego. With the Three of Cups, again, we talked about with it in reverse, could be they're overdoing their social network of people. So maybe that's tied to their ego and they're learning to find a better balance with that whole side of their lifestyle, or even with work. Maybe their ego is tied to their work, so they're trying to find a healthy balance and have to drop their ego because they might feel very tied to their own self, how they identify themselves through their work or through their friends, or like I said, have addictions that might be kind of restricting them from contentment in this connection. All right, but we did see that Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, wanting that new beginning and planting the seed for future here. So Spirit, can we see more about this person's truest, deepest feelings right now in regards to pile number 3? Why are we seeing the King of Pentacles in reverse? What's going on with this third-party energy? And anything further on that Ace of Pentacles that we were seeing? Thank you so much for the clear and concise message. I am wanting to cut the deck. All right. Okay. We've got Seven of Swords upright. King of Pentacles still in reverse. Thank you, Spirit, for the clear and concise message and reinforcing what we were seeing. I am feeling these two here. We got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Hermit upright. We got the Ten of Cups again. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming what we were seeing. Why is the Seven of Swords here? We got Seven of Cups in reverse. Why is the King of Pentacles here in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune. You guys got to go check out pile number 1. This is heavy, pile number 1. So Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We got the Knight of Cups in the center. Why is the Hermit here? Nine of Swords. And finally the Ten of Cups. What's going on with this Ten of Cups? I am not feeling that one. Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here, Spirit? Ace of Wands. And bottom of the deck, we see the Chariot in reverse. But don't read it. And the Devil's still there. I mean, still, because this is what we were feeling in pile number 1. And I feel like this is connected. And actually, I do feel like this Chariot wants to be in reverse because I'm seeing Devil. So what I'm really feeling about your person. Okay, let's get the signs out of the way. We got Capricorn. And we have, I believe the Chariot is Taurus. Not sure. Taurus. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here, and I feel Virgo here, and I don't feel like there might be water energy as well, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay? So Chariot in reverse, I feel like there's this need for direction. Okay, so I do feel like this is a transitionary period because we were seeing the death card and we were seeing the world upside down. I feel like there's this weird I say because it's like nothing's really happening, but I feel like your person's a little bit out of control. Okay, this is rambunctious, going in a direction recklessly. And I feel like the devil showing up here is showing this need for stabilizing and balancing things out. And they've been a little, or they're kind of a little bit in this reckless energy. We're seeing the sun again in reverse. There's a need for clarity and a need to identify how to balance things in this connection. And when I say balance, it's more like how to, what it is they need to do in order to drive this chariot through this connection, which is what do they need to bring? What do they need to prioritize? What do they need to focus on? Have they been focused on the wrong areas? And I feel like your person feels with the Seven of Swords that they've been, that they've been deceitful in some capacity in this connection because they haven't been, one, providing this connection what it needs in order to do it justice. Okay. And I feel like this being clarified by the Seven of Cups could very well be that they had all these, these options that they were focusing on. They weren't prioritizing, again, this recklessness, right? Like all these options. So they had muddled thinking. It was like they weren't really moving in any direction. They're kind of being focused on too many things. Maybe it was the network of friends we were seeing there with the Three of Cups, this third party energy coming in here. It could have been work. Could have been, they wanted to date around potentially or keep the door open. Grass is greener. I don't know because this is a collective reading of what it was, but they are heavily feeling again that this has been a challenge because they were focusing a lot on what was kind of they thought would bring them happiness in some capacity, but at the extent of being sneaky or sly or moving forward in a way that they were going to fill their own cup. But I do feel with this in reverse here, it's like giving up these options or becoming clear in what it is that they want. And I feel like the King of Pentacles still coming in reverse, that there is a need or a recognition that they're needing to bring some level of stability and commitment and security to this connection in a father type energy. But right now I feel with the Wheel in reverse is like things aren't really spinning in the way that they should in their favor. They're still kind of ungrounded here with this Chariot being a little reckless. And there's a need again here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, a need to stabilize this connection, okay? Because 4 speaks of stability, and they could very well have been holding back. And I feel with this in reverse, maybe they were really unable to provide stability here and extend this cup of love. The Knight of Cups, this is romantic feelings, okay? So I feel your person, if we're getting to their feelings about you, I feel like there's this deep love. They're wanting to extend this cup of love, or possibly have and still extend this cup of love. But what I feel is really the highlight here is this need for stability that's not been turning in such a way that is allowing for stability in this connection. Okay, the Hermit talks about introspection, going from within, taking a look at a situation. And I feel like your person is doing a lot of hermit, or has been in their hermit mode, which is really taking a deep look. I feel like they've come to face with the Seven of Swords, which is how they've been showing up in this connection, which is a little deceitful, could be a little bit more selfish, focusing on what they want, their needs, their options. And they're kind of releasing some of that. But there's a lot of anxiety here with the Nine of Swords. This talks about sleepless nights, heavy anxiety. This is also my mental health card. So maybe they're feeling like they're struggling with mental health issues. Maybe this connection is really giving them this struggle of really taking a look at who they are as an individual and putting them to task, how they showed up. And they might be feeling very heavy about this. Sorry, this is the Eight of Swords. I was feeling heavy anxiety. Eight of Swords is being held back. Okay, and I still feel like, because we do see Devil, that they are being held back by this unhealthy way. There's a need for this Eight of Swords to go away. And the Eight of Swords, is outside influences that might be restricting or holding us back, or we believe to be held back by those restrictions, or ones that we create within ourselves. And it is maybe being looped in mental thoughts that are holding us back. So I feel like your person being in this hermit mode is looping these thoughts. And again, I keep going back to the Seven of Swords because this is kicking off this whole reading, and this Chariot, right? It's a need to really pull through their dark and their light attributes and willpower. So I feel like your person, for those of you guys resonating with your person suffering from maybe some addictions, could very well be that they're suffering from trying to balance and use willpower in order to move forward in a way that's going to provide security and stability in this connection. Your person's feeling very attracted to you here with the Ace of Wands, okay? Very attracted to you. And I feel with the Ten of Cups, this is emotional and utter fulfillment. I feel like your person is very emotionally fulfilled and sexually fulfilled with you in this connection. So we are seeing feelings about you, but I feel like your person is needing to resolve what's going on here with all this other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify this Seven of Swords and this King of Pentacles and this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Spirit, can we take a look at what's going on here with the Seven of Swords? Why do we got the Seven of Swords here? What's going on with this Seven of Wands? And yeah, so Seven of Wands talks about being defensive and feeling like you're fighting against all these things. And maybe your person was fighting against addictions. Maybe they're trying to, again, upright that Chariot where they're able to pull through adversity and come through the other end balanced, but they're a little reckless right now. With it in reverse, though, means dropping of that guard, dropping of defenses, you know, maybe coming to terms with their ways of being, that they've been a little selfish, maybe a little deceptive, and showing up in this connection in a way that wasn't really conducive. Why is this King of Pentacles showing up here in reverse? Strength. Yeah, they're finding, again, this is kind of Chariot again, right? Like having the strength in order to pull through, in order to show up like this King of Pentacles, you know, someone who is committed and reliable and solid and stable. Okay, why? And that's Leo as well. So why do we have this Wheel of Fortune here, Spirit, in reverse? This is the Four of Cups. Okay, and it's in reverse. So Four of Cups talks about boredom, apathy, just not really interested, depression even, potentially, right? With it in reverse, I feel like your person has not showed up in this connection in a way, and they're trying to get through maybe feelings of where they've disappointed themselves and you in this connection and feeling really down and out. But I feel like with it in reverse here, they're kind of coming out of the state and now trying to enter into their emotions and actually come out of their shell, so to speak. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, though, to me is, like I said, still like down and out, or at least the wheel is kind of spinning in a way that's more bad luck than it is good luck, and they might be feeling like they're in a rut, and what they want to get out of is this state of feeling maybe depression, maybe boredom within themselves in some capacity, their inability to provide this King of Pentacles. I'm going to get one more card here. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords in reverse. So it's difficult for them to face bitter truths. Maybe they haven't been honest with themselves and their emotions up until now. So they're hermiting and they're taking a real good look. Because this Ace of Swords in reverse, I mean, this is certainly maybe somebody who isn't looking at the full truth of the situation and being honest with themselves. Self-truth, self-deception in some capacity. Okay. Hurtful words as well. So yeah, they're wanting to come out of that state. And yeah, this is what I'm seeing here for your person. Page of Swords. Yeah, they're gonna want to have these communications with you when they're ready, because I feel like this is what's holding them kind of back. And this definitely, I feel this energy was also pile number one in some capacity. Okay. I don't know how they were different, but again, when I'm channeling, I don't really know what it is that I'm saying until I rewatch it. So could very well be just repeating the same thing. Feels like I just repeated pile one. Knight of Wands. There is lots of, yeah, in this transition, I feel like your person really wants to move forward, because pages talk about communication, Knight of Wands, forward movement, Ace of Wands, inspired action. Okay, so your person does want to bring things forward. Knight of Cups, coming forward to offer a cup of love. Okay, but the Hermit is turning inwards and taking a look, and I feel like they're really held up back here by past actions and really looking for a way to pull their strength, the Chariots, to get that upright, to pull through here so that they're able to be a little bit more King of Pentacles. Okay, So this is what I see here for pile number 3. I hope this helped. I'm always looking to help heal. If this did not resonate, then just leave the messages for someone else. And bless you guys so much. Love and light. See you soon. Bye, guys.